You've probably seen them, right? A piece of jewelry, maybe a crystal, and it claims to be imprinted with some kind of special healing frequency. It's a concept that's definitely getting a lot of attention. So in this explainer, we're going to break down the claims and the ideas, looking directly at the promotional material for these very products to really understand what's being proposed.
So yeah, it all comes down to this one big question, doesn't it? Can an object, like a bracelet, actually heal you? I mean, that's the central claim we're exploring today. And just to be super clear, we are only going to be looking at what the product's own literature says to find the answer.
And here's what we're talking about. The products often look something like this. You've got copper bracelets or these cool crystal pyramids, but the core idea behind them, according to their own materials, is this process called imprinting frequencies. So, okay, what in the world does that actually mean? Let's unpack it.
All right, so to get our heads around the solution these products are offering, we first have to understand the problem they claim to solve. According to the brochure, it all starts with something they call an energetic imbalance.
So what is this energetic imbalance exactly? Well, the brochure explains it by starting small, like at the atomic level. The idea is that every single atom in our body has an electrical charge and a magnetic field. But, and here's the key part, they say these fields can get weakened by modern stressors. You know, things like all the electronic devices we're surrounded by every day.
Okay, so what's the big deal if this energy is weakened? Well, according to the brochure, it directly messes with a really critical function, how well your cells can communicate with each other and just, do their job properly.
So, the proposed fix, then, is to restore that balance. The claim is that by doing that, you can support what they call coherent cellular signaling. But they take the idea even further, connecting this whole energetic alignment right down to the very structure and function of our DNA.
So, if the problem is this energetic imbalance, what's the solution? Well, that brings us right to Section 2, the imprinting process. How are these frequencies supposedly transferred onto the products?
The brochure puts it like this, and I'm quoting here. The products are imprinted through a precisely monitored process that integrates advanced technology. Now, advanced technology is a pretty big phrase, so let's take a look at what the source says this technology actually is.
And here they are. This is the specific equipment they mention. On the left, you've got the Spooky2 Rife system, which is described as a signal generator built to produce specific frequencies. And over on the right is the Berkana Lab Radionics machine. Both of these are presented as the core tools they use for the imprinting.
Okay, this brings us to the heart of the claims. We've looked at the problem and the process, but what are these frequencies supposed to do for you? Section 3 gets into the specific benefits the brochure claims.
And wow, the list of potential benefits in the brochure is, well, it's extensive. The claims really range all over the place, from something technological, like reducing the impact of 5G, all the way to providing relief for some pretty serious health conditions like arthritis, vertigo, and even Parkinson's.
So how does this all supposedly work? The mechanism is tied to a specific set of tones known as solfeggio frequencies. Basically, these are ancient musical tones, measured in hertz, and according to the material, each distinct frequency is said to have its own unique effect on the body and mind. And check this out. This chart from their brochure lays out the entire system in detail. You can see how it's supposed to work. Each frequency, in hertz, is linked to a very specific outcome. For instance, down here at 174 hertz, the claim is it reduces physical pain. As you go up the scale, the claims get more complex. You've got 396 hertz for reducing anxiety, all the way up to 528 hertz, which they call the love frequency, and that's associated with DNA repair. So the chart basically creates this whole map, connecting specific sound frequencies to physical, emotional, and even spiritual benefits.
And that brings us to a final and pretty crucial part of the brochure, the fine print. After all those claims, what are the official disclaimers?
The first one, and it's a big one, is stated very clearly. The products have not been evaluated by the FDA.
And the second key disclaimer really reinforces this. Again, quoting directly from the material. The products are not intended to cure or prevent any illness. They also include a recommendation to consult with your doctor before you use them.
So we've walked through the whole story here, right? From energetic imbalances and imprinted frequencies all the way to some very specific benefits. But we've also seen the very clear disclaimers that these products aren't evaluated by the FDA and they're not intended to cure any illness. It leaves us with a fascinating question. In this whole world of personal wellness, how do we navigate this space where advanced sounding technology and traditional healing ideas meet? It's definitely something to think about.